His name is Voldemort. It's a particular proclivity for pyrotechnics.
Place your right hand on my waist.
Where?
My waist. And extend your arm.
Pier totum locomotor.
Behaving like a babbling, bumbling band of baboons. Silence!
Boom!
Sad news fell upon the Harry Potter community last week. Dame Maggie Smith, the actor who plays Professor Minerva McGonagall, passed away peacefully in hospital early on Friday, at the age of 89. So following this, I thought I would do a cool mini-series, where I rank 100 characters from Harry Potter. Let's get it done. So, first up has to be the one and only Minerva McGonagall. It is no surprise McGonagall is one of the most legendary professors at Hogwarts. It took the Sorting Hat 5.5 minutes to decide on what house she should be in, having to choose to place her in either Ravenclaw or Gryffindor. This phenomenon is called a hat stall. This occurrence is said to be rare and only happens once every 50 years. I think she acts as a guardian and helps Harry Potter through his time at Hogwarts, helping and teaching rather than focusing on punishment. I believe she goes in the A tier, due to her kindness towards the young wizards and witches, and her legendary status at Hogwarts. It is so sad to hear Maggie Smith has passed, and I hope there will be tributes to her in any Harry Potter spin-offs in the future, as well as any of the other characters that have since passed. Next we are placing Draco Malfoy.
At least no one on the Gryffindor team had to buy their way in. They got in on pure talent.
No one asked your opinion, you filthy little mudblood.
Draco is possibly one of the most well-placed characters by the Sorting Hat. His personality fits Slytherin too well, and if he was in any other house it would be silly. Sadly, I think he is under a lot of pressure from his parents, who seem to believe in the importance of pure blood. Being raised in a house like this will only lead to hatred and anger towards half-bloods and muggle-born wizards and witches. Interestingly, I think the way Draco was raised is actually seen in the real world, and it kind of leaves you thinking that he was set for failure, and the path he was led down capped his potential to become one of the greatest wizards. I think he's going in F tier. Staying Slytherin themed, next to rank is good old Professor Snape, my favorite character, and sadly another actor who has passed since the main Harry Potter movies ended. This character is known for his excellence in the dark arts, and his hatred but loyalty towards certain characters like Harry Potter. His serious and dark nature make for some of greatest quotes. Here are some.
You were seen by no less than 7 muggles.
Obviously. Turn to page 394.
Not to mention the damage you inflicted on a Whomping Willow that's been on these grounds since before you were born.
Well, Lupin. Out for a little walk in the moonlight, are we?
No one can tell me that he belongs in any tier other than S tier, so that's where Snape is going. Aragog, sure to give anyone with arachnophobia a fright, is known as a acromantula, a giant spider. Hagrid came into possession of the spider, in egg form, when he was just a student at Hogwarts. Hagrid hatched Aragog, and fed him scraps while concealing the beast in a cupboard, in one of the school's dungeons. We know that Ron's reaction is completely rational because this spider was the size of an elephant. I know I wouldn't want to be seeing this outside my house. Does anybody remember that movie 8-Legged Freaks? This spider is straight out of that movie. I think this character strikes fear into the audience's hearts, and he definitely need to be in a higher tier. I'm thinking B just because it's a spider. Next up, we have Oliver Wood. If you can't remember this character, you might remember him from the scene we first see Harry Potter introduced to Quidditch. He played an important part, introducing Harry to the world of Quidditch, which led to some intense scenes. I'm not really sure on his other roles in the movie other than Quidditch, so I think we will put him in C tier. Next up we have Pomona Sprout, head of Hufflepuff, and herbology. Interestingly, in early German, Italian and Portuguese translations of the first book, Sprout was accidentally referred to as male, even though Chapter 8 refers to her as a dumpy little witch. Damn, Professor thicker than a Snicker Sprout, we gonna put her in tier B. I think those Mandrake gains might be getting to her head. Now, let's rank Longbottom. Neville is a loyal friend to the 3 main characters Harry, Ron and Hermione, and he has shown loyalty to Gryffindor like no other. His bravery is one of a kind and he shows greatness in herbology. J.K. Rowling has revealed that his original last name was Puff. This character, I'm sure fans will agree, we have no choice but to put into S tier. He's an important character with cool character development, going from a shy, awkward student to an important part of Dumbledore's army. I believe he even goes on to teach herbology at Hogwarts. Cho Chang is a student from Ravenclaw and Harry's first crush. One fun fact is that 3,000 girls arrived to audition for the role of Cho Chang. I think we can put Cho Chang in tier C. Marjorie Eileen Dursley was actually based on J.K. Rowling's grandmother, Frida Volant personality. She is Vernon Dursley's elder sister, and anyone like this will find themselves in F tier for being rude about Harry's father. So in she goes to tier F. Next, we will be ranking the one and only Cedric Diggory, portrayed by Robert Pattinson, who went on to play a role in the Twilight series. He was boyfriend of Cho Chang until he was killed with the killing curse by Pettigrew, who was ordered by Voldemort. I think we will put Cedric in B tier. Next is one we don't know a lot about. The character's name is Lee Jordan. He was best friends with the Weasley twins and got into a lot of trouble. So much so he was labeled a troublemaker by Professor McGonagall. I think we will put this character in E tier. Hedwig is next, and for a character with no speaking words, I think Hedwig deserves a place in one of the top tiers for her loyalty, even protecting Harry from a killing curse. Hedwig was a gift from Hagrid. More fascinating, Hedwig is played by many owls, the main one being Gizmo, but almost all of these owls were male, so the appearance of Hedwig is that of a male snowy owl rather than a female owl. The team used male owls rather than female because they are smaller and easier for the young actors to handle. I'm gonna place Hedwig in S tier to join Professor Snape. Katie Bell is next on our list today. Not much is known about this character. She is a chaser for the Gryffindor Quidditch team. During her 7th year, she was tortured by a cursed opal necklace and recovered at St. Mungo's Hospital for magical maladies and injuries. In tier D, I think, for this character. Griphook was a goblin who worked for Gringotts Bank, and his betrayal of Harry, Hermione and Ron led to his downfall due to Voldemort slaughtering them all. Betraying the 3 students, I feel Griphook belongs to the sad levels of Draco Malfoy, in tier F. Did anyone else think these goblins were terrifying? Look at them. Yeah, definitely getting an F tier. Next, we have Fluffy, a 3-headed dog raised and cared for by Hagrid. The dog's weakness is falling to sleep to music. This big dog was sent back to Greece after its duties were complete. I wish we saw a return of this giant in Dumbledore's army. That would have been cool. I think this creature deserves to go in S tier. Thank you for watching part 1 of this mini-series. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the other videos.